What's going on, everybody? My name is Baloo and welcome to the jungle. This is the channel where we take a very simple approach to technical analysis. Ooh, technical analysis. Can I say that word right? Okay. Yeah, if that's the sort of thing that tickles your fancy, then why don't you hit the subscribe button? I do this every single day, except for the days that I don't. So in today's series, I'm making a bunch of videos today. All of these videos are going to be for educational purposes. I just kind of want to break down a couple of the community request charts, just to kind of go through the process of what I'm looking for when breaking down asset charts. So this is a bulk recording because I am also working on my training courses. So I'm gonna need to batch a bunch of content, so it's not gonna be up to date. So I don't want to hear, hey, when was this recorded, or like, hey, because the market moves so quickly. The shelf life of these videos is very short. So that's the plan. I've got basically a week's worth of videos that I'm going to produce right now, and I'm going to release them for a week to give me time to work on my cryptocurrency trading course. So if you are interested in taking the cryptocurrency trading course, I encourage you to head over to balooscryptojungle.com. There you can sign up for VIP group access and the cryptocurrency trading course. In today's video, I want to go through and take a look at HARD, H-A-R-D, and I also want to do an update on IOTA, because the video that I made on IOTA, I think I may have misinterpreted the volume signature, and we are trending in a direction that is heading up. So we can kind of revisit that. Your analysis, it's not a crystal ball. You're not going to always be right. It's about being dynamic. It's about picking a side. I refer to it as the bias. You have to pick the bias as to which way you are leaning, bullish or bearish, and then depending on your bias, execute a position in that bias. If you're new to trading, the biggest thing is you can't go all in. You can't go all in because you don't know the answer. Nobody has the answers. So, trying to get into these coins, and it's like you do a little bit of technical analysis and you convince yourself that it's going to go up, and then you enter 50, 40, 100% of your position, your portfolio into a position. You are very much so at the mercy of the market. I highly do not recommend that. You have to scale into these things, and risk management and learning how to scale into a project is not only going to help your crypto accounts, it's also going to get you into the coins that are the best. So every time you get a buy signal on a coin, if you're looking at a handful of coins, the one that gives you the most buy signals is the one that you're going to scale into the most. Therefore, you're going to hold the most of it. I hope that makes sense. Anyways, if you have any questions or you want to dive a little bit deeper into some of this methodology, Wyckoff, and just strategy inside of the crypto space, I highly encourage you to join the free Discord down below. There's a free section. We've got a lot of free PDFs and other material that you can go ahead and take a look at. Come and say hi, come and chat with some of the other members. And if you are interested in upgrading to the VIP, that is where I share a lot of my video courses and signals. Anyways, let's get into HARD. So I'm going to take a look at HARD on the US dollar pair. This is one that came in as a request. So non-trending environment. Let's check out the Bitcoin pair, see what that looks like. You know what? Let's make this a split screen. Let's look at both at the same time. Pulling this up here. This is sometimes nice to do if you have a non-trending environment. Sometimes you can pick up little clues on the Bitcoin pair as opposed to the US dollar pair. So if we're non-trending, obviously the Bitcoin pair is not going to be performing well, but let's go ahead and take a look. And HARD on the 12-hour is in a downtrend. So you can see the difference here. It's quite a difference in charts. It looks pretty boring. It looks pretty crap. it doesn't look good. So let's try and break it down anyways. Let's go ahead and throw a trading range on here. So we had this downtrend, and then we reached our seller's climax here, and we're gonna drag that across. Let's use horizontal raise actually. If it's perfectly flat across, I just use horizontal raise. So here we have our automatic rally. Here we have our seller's climax, and we can make note of the peak of the up thrust. This happens often in illiquid assets. So because hard is such a low market cap, you're gonna have these over exuberant moves to the upside. Now the volatility in this, even though it's not crazy, like we're talking big moves here. So, you know, a 200% from the bottom of the range to the up thrust. And now we're just kind of range bound here. So I'm not seeing anything spectacular. For those who are, you know, wanting to look at the obvious, we have kind of a head and shoulders pattern, but I don't really pay attention to those types of things. I just focus on the trend and I focus on the volume. We got a surprising amount of volume here on the dollar pair that does not seem to be existent on the Bitcoin pair. So I just guess that, you know, nobody's really trading the Bitcoin pair, or there's just a lot less traders interested in this asset on the Bitcoin pair. So, you know, it is what it is. Bitcoin pair, it's in a downtrend. You know, we have we've got a low, we've got a high, and we have a lower low. So it's not great on the Bitcoin pair either. Not seeing anything that would be something that I would want to trade. So basically, if you are interested in this asset, you need to see some breaks of the highs. I'm not going to get too into the Wyckoff signals on this one because it's so flat and it's so it's very illiquid. There's not a lot of interest in this. What I want to see is I want to see some breaks of the highs. So first high you're going to want to break. Here's our local high, right? So we want to see a break of that high. Let's just go ahead and focus on the dollar pair for a moment here. You're going to want to see a break of this high. So you're going to want the coin to go up, and you're going to want it to test on top of that high. Then you're going to want to test on top of here. And then basically, I'm not looking to buy this until we're at least at $1.20. And, you know, it's important for you to realize, especially new investors, you know, they find these projects that they fall in love with, they find these coins that they think are going to change the world, and there's a big hurdle in front of them. And that hurdle is the fact that you need market adoption for any of these coins to actually do anything. You know, you need the market to pay attention, and until it starts trending in the right direction, nobody's really going to give it the time of the day. Nobody's really going to dive into it. Nobody's going to spread the message. And a lot of these coins can die. I'm not saying that it's going to die. I'm just saying that we are in a non-trending environment right now, and that I'm not interested in entering it until it goes 200% higher. And, you know, I would advise that you kind of get into that mindset too, because, you know, you could buy it here, but you have no idea. You have no idea when it's going to start taking off. You have no idea if it will start taking off. It could go lower. It looks like it's at a pretty solid double bottom floor here, but you have no idea what it's going to do or how long it's going to take. So how long do you want to sit on this thing? How long do you want to watch other assets outperform this one, including Bitcoin, including Ethereum, you know, the ones that a lot of people say they don't want to hold because it's not going to perform well? You know, don't buy stuff that isn't trending, would be my recommendation. Nothing on here is financial advice. You do your own research. I strictly look at the technicals. But yeah, so that is hard. Let's go ahead and take a look at IOTA. IOTA, where is it? There it is. So for those who are unfamiliar with PNF charts, I am one of those people that is unfamiliar with PNF charts, point and figure charts. It is something that I'm looking to learn a little bit more about, but basically with PNF point and figure charts, you can kind of you can calculate based on the accumulation range. You can kind of calculate a number that will give you a price target. Now, I'm going to link a channel. I'm going to link the Wyckoff Analytics channel in the description below. You guys should really check those guys out. They're they're an educational channel. These guys, I think they're based in San Francisco. They do online courses and stuff teaching the Wyckoff method, and one of the topics that they teach is point and figure counts. It's one of the 3 laws of Wyckoff, is the cause and the effect. So the longer an asset is in accumulation, if it does enter accumulation and starts to trend out and in the right direction, you know, the cause is really built on IOTA for quite a dramatic effect. And their PNF count on IOTA is actually at $6 for the bullish scenario. So again, nothing here is financial advice, but it's a pretty staggering count that the accumulation has prepared IOTA for. There is a lot of accumulation happening inside of this trading range. Now, the trading range is quite large. You know, we do have some levels to break. I'm not looking to buy IOTA anytime soon. I need it to be at least above 55 cents before I'm looking. Again, you want to see the breaks of the highs. So, you know, I'm going to let this just keep doing this. We have no idea when it'll go. But, you know, as soon as it starts breaking the highs and finding resistance on top of those previous highs, you know, there's another high back here. If you really wanted to be conservative about it, you know, by the time we're getting to this point, we're really trending in the right direction. So you're kind of looking for, you know, something like this, hitting and heading out that way. That is a trending environment. That is something that I'm looking to get a position into. But as far as what I'm seeing right now, not super interested. You know, IOTA is kind of an interesting project. They do a form of consensus called the Tangle, or, you know, I don't get too into the fundamentals. Guys, there's 6,000 coins. Like, I can look at market strength. I can see the news, the good news, the bad news. I can see the mainnet launches. I can see, you know, all of the good things that make a asset pump in the charts. I don't have time to read all of these coins. There's 6,000 coins. You think I'm going to read all those white papers? No. If you learn how to read the charts, you can see the strength. So, you know, if we're trending in the right direction, there's obviously good sentiment. There's obviously good news being released. There's obviously people that are wanting to put their hard-earned dollars into it. And those are the assets that I want to get involved with. And I can see all of that stuff on the chart. So that is what I'm seeing inside of IOTA. Nothing exciting. Both of those assets need to have a trend change for me to get interested. But hey, you do you. Anyways, that is all the time I have for today. If you enjoyed the content, please leave it a like. Don't forget to subscribe. And if there are any projects that you would like me to take a look at, leave them in the comments section down below. And until next time, please trade safe. It is a jungle out there. Peace.